It's unheard of, right? 100 meters, 200 meters, Nigeria. This was something we used to dominate in those days when we had we had all of them, from the Chidi Imos to the Ezinwa brothers, Olakpade Adenikon, and on and on. Uche Omedolu and co. It was only Frankie Fredericks of Namibia that used to give those guys a run for their money in the sprint, and now we're nowhere to be found. So I guess Deja Liu is actually trying to discover them young,
waking up to the
taking it back to Unibank Sports Complex, and then trying to see if sprinters can emerge from that part of the country.
And I'm sure the champ, Marion Yali, is watching the show, even Chioma Ajonwa. It's about time they all need to get involved. Sometimes they feel that the federation is not coming to them, or maybe when they go, someone will say you're not minding your business. But you've been there, you've done that, you're experienced.
As a matter of fact, it's your business.
It's your business. You don't have to
because we won't stop talking about you guys. We'll say when you were there, it was
we always make reference to all these guys, so they have to come out more.
I think it's about time our internationals should come together. Some will not listen. Egos will come to play. The federation might not work. Just do your bit and go.
They could even do like the way the Jalu is doing, or the way Oyedeji, your friend, the basketballer, does every year. He makes sure he does a clinic, and he doesn't care if MBBF officials are there or something. He makes sure he does it every year to see who can actually, what talents can actually emerge. So I guess maybe Anoyali here, Chama Ajunwa there, Yusuf Aliu there, and then
that's what it is. Always give something back.
See what Yusuf Ali did for us at the World Championship.
Always
it means he can do more. Don't lean back and say, somebody does not want me to be part of this. Be a role model.
Recall Segun Odegbami's role in Choma Ajunwa before Atlanta 96. Segun Odegbami single-handedly, when Choma Ajunwa had problems, and all of that, Segun Odegbami single-handedly believed in her. Recall Choma Ajunwa was first a footballer. Because she went to the World Cup in '91. So it was Segun Odegbami that said no.
Without that effort, we probably would not have an individual that has
gold medal.
Because the other gold medal is a team event.
So we all have to stand up, particularly past sportsmen who have done very well for the country.
And the role Segun Odegbami played is immense, because someone expects him to motivate Chioma to play football. She was part of that first team that went to the first World Cup in '91 in China. But he said, no, the way you take off on the football field, you can do something with athletics.
The way you sprint, long jump, the way you run.
There you go. Blessing Okagbare was even 400 meters. Someone looked and said, you're starting too quick. Let's see how we can. And today, she's the African champion. That's what it is. Let's be role models. Let's develop sports together in Nigeria.
Which other one? Well, not really much, except there's an interesting one here, the Kaka from AC Milan legend. Yes, I know he's a legend, and of course, earns the highest in MLS. The rider there, Obafemi Martins, 12th, and Innocent Imegara.
These guys just stop living what these guys earn. Let it just be their business. I saw is saying that Martins earns more than Drogba in the MLS and all of that. Football goes beyond that. Come on, guys.
And the MLS is where you just go.
Everyone knows that you go there to look for the money and plan your retirement.
Pension.
Come on, let's talk about the Capital One Cup. We love it when we see. And those guys that we don't talk about often come up in the Capital One Cup. And then to the Magic, today we're talking about how Liverpool were given a run for their
results.
Certainly, really a big run for their money. And like the Liverpool game, like you talked about, I saw the game, and I really felt that they should have been beaten. Really, to send a statement, that look, you guys, I mean, you spend so much and you're not getting value for money, really. But those are the results. Crystal Palace 4-1 winners over Charlton Athletic. MK Dons, they played a whitewash with Southampton. 6-0 it finished on the night. Newcastle, their travails and their woes just keeps piling up. It continues. A 1-0 loss to Sheffield
Steve
Wednesday.
McLaren.
Norwich City 3-0 winners over West Brom. Tottenham Hotspur, of course, losing 2-1 to Arsenal at White Hart Lane. Chelsea 4-1 winners over Walsall away. Liverpool 3-2 on penalties. They had to thank Adam Bogdan, the goalkeeper, who spared their blushes. And of course, rampant Manchester United, Anthony Martial.
Again. Emphasis on again.
Exactly. That guy, too much money spent, but they're getting value.
If he continues like this,
and 4 goals.
If he continues like this, nobody will complain.
But they should be careful also. Just calm down with the way you are.
He's a young lad. Don't let it get into your head.
Yes, because I know the club you play for and you are in England. the moment he's not even going to stop, let him just pause.
Okay.
And then I'll come back to you.
Then we have the fourth round draws, Manchester City against Crystal Palace. What a fixture. I want to see that one. Liverpool against AFC Bournemouth again at Anfield. Ha! Manchester United taking on Middlesbrough, Everton against Norwich, Southampton against Aston Villa, Sheffield Wednesday will try to get past Arsenal, Hull City against Leicester, high-flying Leicester. They remain unbeaten this season in England, and Stoke against Chelsea. Not a good place for Chelsea to go and play at this point in time. Looking at their recent or past record there. Well, the La Liga. Yes, Celta Vigo 4-1 winners over Barcelona. Iago Aspas with a brace, and one player that really stood out for me was Nolito, who really ran the show in the midfield for Celta Vigo. Levante 2-2 with Eibar, Rayo Vallecano 2-1 winners over Sporting Gijón. Athletic Bilbao losing to Real Madrid 2-1. Karim Benzema with a brace there. Las Palmas 2-0 winners over Sevilla. What's going on with Sevilla? I don't know. They seem to be having tough times as well at the moment. Let's hope they get their act together and get back to winning ways. Malaga losing 0-1 to the Yellow Submarines, talking about Villarreal. So those are the results there from the Spanish La Liga. So,
all right. Interesting. I think we'll take some tweets. Let's see. I was thinking. Okay, let me see from here. A lot of one had a funny comment. Maybe it's Larry's friend, Ehid Mubarak. He says, "Saw Larry Peniel laugh on Channel Sports this morning. Always with that strong face. Great analyst, nonetheless."
So we made you laugh, Larry. You know, when you come here, come on. We'll make you live. You know, so Larry.
That's what Channel Sports does to you. You just have to smile.
No, when you come here in the morning, we're about to start your day. We just make you feel light and all of that. That's a good one. Yeah, I also like this one. It's coming from Abubakar 67. It says President Buhari needs to appoint a Minister of Sports this month, and we also need funding in our sports. I think that's cool, but there's a debate that we don't need a
sports minister.
Let's leave the structure the way it is.
We like what the DG and the NSC is doing well. Leave us with our business for now. Don't bring politics into it.
I agree.
Larry,
I have someone with me.
Except on one condition, that the person who's coming is a thoroughbred sports person.
Well, you're not going to change him after a year.
Yeah.
And they're not going to change
him
after a year.
True.
And I want the NSC to be like other parastatals where the head has a mandatory maybe 5 years or something, no matter what happens, for the sake of stability. Then we can put the person to task. Previous sports ministers will say, look, don't blame me for the rot. I made it there. But if you are there for 5 years, you're not going to give us that.
Not even the athletes, coaches cannot even talk about the minister. They're all scared. But when I talk to people now, the DG, he knows the sport. He's been a volleyballer before.
You can call him now.
He's open to the media. He's talking. That's what we want. We don't want a minister. You're a public figure, and you don't want to take off.
You don't want to talk calls.
Things are going wrong. You don't want to talk.
Larry, I don't know about
politician.
Larry, I don't know about there's a trend. Every sports minister goes to the National Stadium in Lagos. Shake their head.
I go back home. I said, I'm a spoiler.
And guess what? Immediately after that, and guess what? Immediately after that, they become Minister of Football. They forget every other sport.
Anything that goes on in the glass house, they just want to be part of it.
We just spoke to Ebenezer Fagbemi, and he says the DG has promised them that they need to
pick up a program. Kind words for
and that's for badminton. Badminton. Some ministers don't even know. It's just football and athletics. Go to bed. Every other sport. I don't care what you're doing. So I think I agree with what Abubakar is saying. Yes, we need funding, but the guys here say no minister.
No to minister.
Let's make the NSC functional.
Exactly.
Let's understand their role. Don't bring a minister where they'll start clashing with the ministry and they don't know where to go and all of that, and then before we know politics is into our sport.